it's Dale from Beauty in the Empty Nest, and I'm back, and I'm here to go through my trash. I know. How exciting is that? Okay, so first of all, I'll start off with some shampoo. And I have here the Color Balance Purple shampoo, the Joico. I could be really butchering the name of that. But this is basically one of those purple shampoos that you're supposed to use to take out some of the brassiness in your hair. So for example, obviously this is not my natural color. It's probably more gray now than anything. It used to be more of a dark brown, so I have it heavily highlighted. But I don't like it when it gets too brassy. For me, the coloring just does not work that well. So I had been using for a while, and I'll explain why I'm saying had in a few minutes. And sorry if you can hear the dogs barking in the background. They're outside barking at another dog. Right? Social communication is good for them, right? But anyway, so I did have to, prior to using something else I'll share with you in a few minutes, have to at least once a week use some type of a shampoo that would take out some of that brassiness that would build up in the color in my hair. This one right here is the conditioner. I also had the shampoo. And I've heard varying things on whether you use the shampoo and the conditioner you need to use together, or one is better than the other. I think I also had the shampoo in this before, but I don't remember anymore. It's long since been history in my trash. But I still did have this conditioner left. And my thoughts on it. Would I repurchase it? If I needed to. If I wasn't using another hair care product, I'll explain in a minute, then I probably would. I still might try some other brands as well too. This one did have a semi-decent smell to it, which I always like the way it smells too. And it did seem to do a semi-decent job, as long as I didn't let too much brassiness build up in my hair first. So with that said, there might be better projects. I have heard this highly rated though before, so it does the job for me if you start early enough. So that's probably way too more of a review than you really needed. But anyway, so would I repurchase it? I'm probably gonna try some other brands first. Okay, next. Since I'm on that theme already, I will tell you a little bit about, and this kind of is a mangled container here, but this is the Monat. It's a Revitalize. I'm gonna have to travel it this way, even though it should be the other way because the cap broke off. I might be able to do this. It's pretty much all the way empty. This is the Monat Revitalize conditioner. Monat makes a whole line of different conditioners and shampoos and hair care products in general, with the idea that they're supposed to cleanse out a lot of the other kind of byproducts that are in your hair, and they're supposed to help regenerate healthier hair growing, help if you're starting to lose, like thinning hair. So it's really good for aging hair. Isn't all hair aging anyway? It doesn't. Anyway, beyond that, I highly recommend from several different people, several different sources. It's rather expensive. I'm still on the fence as to whether I will repurchase the line of the products that I've used, that I've already purchased. So this is, like I said, the Revitalize conditioner. There was also like a Revitalize shampoo and a leave-in conditioner. I'm not 100% sold on them yet. However, the one thing I do have to say is, since I've been using this for about 2 months, I haven't had to use the purple shampoo because it has kept the brassiness out. I'm just not 100% sure that I need this expensive of a shampoo and hair care product, and I can't say that I'm seeing all of the other kind of anti-aging impact. It definitely doesn't have the same wonderful smells. It's not that it smells poorly, it just isn't as wonderful smelling as some other hair products. And like I said, I really like the really fragrances in the shampoos and the soaps and different products like that. So I'm not 100% sold, and it is pricey. I also feel like with shorter hair, I might not need to worry about some of the benefits that you get from this. So I don't know, I'm really on the fence with that. The one thing I have noticed is that sometimes I would get buildup on my scalp that would get like really itchy. Not really like dandruff, but just it would like almost be product buildup, I guess. So this is taking care of that, but I'm not 100% sold on it yet. And this is kind of all mangled because in both I've gone through my second set already, and this cap right away broke off of the conditioner and didn't pump out nicely. So not a great packaging for this, but so on the fence. I don't know if I'm going to repurchase it or not. We'll see. Okay. Oh, and the other piece of that too is that because I travel so much, And when you're using those products, you're supposed to kind of stick to those products. So it meant that I had to bring with me shampoo and conditioners, little travel size type products, when usually I would just use whatever shampoo or conditioner was in the hotel. So it's added kind of extra burden as well too. All right, another product, and this was like one of those big things that still everyone is still probably talking about it quite a bit, is the Ordinary products. So this was the, or is, well, I guess it's empty now, so it is or was. This was the moisturizer, and it was the Natural Moisturizing Factors HA. So here you go. This is what it was looking like. And it didn't do it for me. The consistent, let's see if I can still get some out. It kind of had, see, I don't think I have enough in here to be able to get any more out, but it kind of almost didn't have a nice, yeah, it's empty. It didn't have a nice feeling of like moisturizing, creamy. It kind of came out like old Greek yogurt. I don't know how else to say that. But because it came out that way, it just never felt nice when you put it on your skin. It wasn't that it irritated my skin. It just didn't feel like a nice experience when I put it on. And I felt like it left my skin a little bit extra glowy in the way that I don't like. I don't mind a little bit, but it made it look oily, I guess, for lack of a better way. That just has negative connotations with it, which I don't think are the appropriate characteristics I want to attribute it to it. But it just didn't do anything for me. And the container, even though it was adorable and great for traveling, I mean, there's really not a lot here. So low price, but really wasn't a lot here. I also do like, whenever possible, to have extra layers of SPF. So I really do like moisturizers with SPF if I can as well too. So nice price point for Ordinary, but I just didn't like putting like old yogurt on my face. That sounds awful, doesn't it? All right, keep on some body products, and this is the actual full product, but this was from a bar of soap. This was Shea Moisture, and this was the Coconut Hibiscus Shea Butter Soap with some type of mushroom and brightening and toning ingredients. It was a white bar soap, and it had some little dark flecks in throughout it. And I had to say, I really like this. It lathered up really nicely. It didn't have an intoxicating smell, but it didn't smell poorly, and it really was nice. It even had enough of a nice texture that you could easily shave with it once you got the lather going. So I've since purchased another one. It's really nice. I really do like these bars of soap. So thumbs up for this, and I have already repurchased. Okay, let's go through another one. And this was a fail. So there's still product in here, but it's empty as far as I'm concerned because I will not use it again. This was called Run Goo. And basically what this is supposed to be for is that if you're running, or it's basically supposed to be for your feet to put on in blister areas. So it's supposed to help reduce some of the friction so that you don't get blisters from that kind of irritation. So been endorsed by a lot of runners and for people wearing high heels. So it really was perfect, I thought, for me. And I actually had put some of this into another little container to keep with me when I was traveling for those times when you're wearing shoes that are fine in the morning, but then as the day goes on, you know what I mean, they start pinching a little bit in areas, and especially if you're wearing them for long times and you're running through an airport. All those different scenarios. I thought this was perfect. I would start either in the morning or I'd keep it with me. However, to me, this didn't work any better than just putting Vaseline in those areas of your feet. And you can kind of see it's a real mess at the top here. It dispensed awfully, and it was just so thick. The minute you got it on your fingers, it took so much to get that off your fingers, and it just left, it was just not a very happy experience. So I would rather just go ahead and, instead of using this Run Goo, just use a little tub of Vaseline, which, you know, they have the cute little pots now that you can have with you. So this just didn't do it for me. So there's still plenty of product, but I'm not even touching it anymore. So onward. This is the Organic Pure Care. And I've had shampoos and conditioners also by this, which were fine, nothing very special. Again, a high price tag, just maybe not the value that I needed for my hair. But they have two different hair aftercare products that I've really liked. This is the Silk Cream Potion with aloe, and then there's also another one that's a gel. That and this mixed together are wonderful. They smell wonderful. They really do nice things for your hair. I really like them. They are very difficult to get, so I will try and find a link to post down below for you, just like I will with the other products. However, they're they're only sold in some salons, and so like the salon that I have to purchase this at now, I actually have to drive quite a bit to get to. So that's one kind of a downer piece, and they're not really cheap. They're not outrageously expensive, but it is really nice products. So this, and there's a one that's like a clear gel. The two mixed together like a cocktail work beautifully. Love them very much. So let's see. Okay, stay on some skincare. This is a moisturizer, and despite the fact that I said I like my moisturizer, especially in the morning, to have SPF, I also do like a nice moisturizer for the evening, and I don't need to waste the one with SPF typically in the evening. So this is the Clinique Moisture Surge Intense. I've repurchased this several times, and you can see there's nothing there. It's a really nice moisturizer. I really like this one. I have used it sometimes in the morning and then had to use separate SPF just because I've either run out of my other one or not, but it lays a nice foundation. It feels so good in comparison to putting the Greek yogurt from The Ordinary. Maybe that was just a bad tube, I don't know, but putting that on, and it just was ugh. And then putting this beautiful gel that really does soothe your skin so nicely on, this one by far surpasses that, and it does a really nice job. I wouldn't say it's the most intense moisturizer that sometimes I need during the middle of the winter when my skin is absolutely peeling apart, but it's a nice middle of the road moisturizer. Oh, and in the meantime, I apologize if my nails look ugly. I'm in the middle of trying to like wait out doing anything more to them. They've been so damaged, so I'm trying not to get any gels done, anything. I'm just trying to let them kind of grow out for a while and keeping them short. So if you're standing up close with my nails, please don't judge me. I'm trying to get through them, and my nails are not naturally nice at all, so I'm doing my best. Okay, on to some body products still from the Body Shop. There's a couple Body Shop products I just love. This one here is the Wild Argan Oil, and you can't tell, but this was the exfoliating kind. I just had to smell this. I love the smell. I love the argan oil smell. They have a body butter that I love. I'm actually planning, once I run out of one of my other body butters, to get more of that one. Love that scent. So this was the scrub, and I have still another one of these. I had repurchased it, or sometimes I buy them in 3. You know, they have a lot of those sales all the times where you buy 3, get 3 free, buy 2, get 1 free, all those different things. So I tend to stock up when I can. This is a really nice scrub. It wasn't an intense scrub, but what I really did also like, for what it lacked in scrubbers, it had a wonderful moisturizing quality to it too. So you can't see it because it's totally used up. You can see a little bit of the inside there. It's just like a really nice oil that just keeps your skin so nicely moisturized and just feels wonderful for almost even a full 28 to 48 hours after using this. So I really like this. I try to use like an exfoliant of some type on my skin at least once a week, and this was a really nice one. So I probably will repurchase this one. It's a gentle one, but it's a really nice one then too. I love the argan oil smell. Just love that smell. Staying on that same one, now switching into a body butter. This one is from Sephora, and it's the Cream Fouettee Core Hydratante. So I like the references to ballet terms with fouettes and core and all of that. This was, let's see, empty. This was one of the body butters, a huge thing. I think I got this a year ago, and actually it's only supposed to last for a year, so good timing on finishing it up. This was a very nice body butter. I still do prefer like the Body Shop ones, but this was a very nice one. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. It had a nice scent. It wasn't the type that I put on. I was just like stood there for a minute to, you know, take in the aroma from it. But it was a very nice one. It certainly is a nice size there too. So again, would I repurchase the Sephora one? Probably not, because I do like the Body Shop ones, but it was certainly one that I did like. So, okay, moving on then. Now we'll get into a little bit of a hand cream, Crabtree and Evelyn. This was just a little one. I have several of these little ones kind of like this. I like to keep them all over the house, especially during the winter when my hands get dry, but pretty much any time as well too. And this was the Ultra Moisturizing Hand Therapy La Source. Again, no complaints, nothing that I didn't like. It was just a very typical hand lotion. I pretty much always have some around in all different varieties, so you know, would I repurchase this exact one? Probably not, because there's so many other different options out there. And this scent really was just kind of medicinal kind of a scent, which is not always one of my favorite ones. So, but I go through these. So, okay, staying on some skincare, I have some little samples that I actually had full sizes of, but I ended up having to return, and it's linked to another story. I have several linkages here. So this is the Ole Henriksen. I don't know if, I'm sure you probably have all seen these different samples. You can get like a week-long sample when you have some nighttime, some daytime. So it was like the Truth Serum, and then it also had the, oh, I had the nighttime one too, but it came with all different nighttime, daytime moisturizers. And I had gotten the 7-week trial package that I squeezed out for several, and it looked just like these. And it had a little packet, and usually you could get 2 uses out of each of these packets. Really, really liked it. Loved it enough that I took the plunge and bought the full-size, semi-full-size products of all of these. So again, this was the Truth Serum, and then they had their moisturizer, and then there was also a nighttime night treatment. I can't think what. I'll have a link down below. The dogs are trying to comment, and they think they know what it is. So anyway, really liked these samples. Thought it was doing really great things for my skin. And then I started breaking out a lot. And it was not just like little like irritations. It was true cystic acne coming back that I had not had for a while. So I had couple things going on at the same time, but one of my hypotheses was that it was these products, that something about them being in the small little packets like this, I didn't get maybe the intensity of it or something. And then once I switched and transitioned to full-size products, I mean, it was bad. So anyway, those went back, which is why I don't even have those to show you anymore, but I did actually still have some of these saved. So I'm not sure why there was such a difference between these little packages and the full sizes. So the only thing I can think of is that maybe these were kind of outdated, so they weren't as strong. But loved the little packages, but it did horrible things for my skin. So not liking that part. So switch to a little bit of makeup, and I have the Estee Lauder, the Double Wear Nude. So this is in the Water Fresh makeup. So this I have in the 3N1, I think is my best color match. I also have it in the 2N1, which is a little light. I kind of need both in between. This one actually is empty, and part of it's also because, not that I have to prove it to you that it's empty, part of that's because I pour some into a travel container with me, so I go through it. It seems a lot faster, some of my foundation products, because I put them in other little containers with me. So it's like a half size, pretty much, that I have for at home at the same time. I have mixed feelings. Sometimes I really like this foundation, and sometimes I just don't. I'm still playing with the best application process for it. I'm still on the fence about it, because sometimes I put it on and I think it looks really good because it doesn't look like foundation, and other times I put it on and it just has not looked right, and I can't pinpoint what makes the difference there, whether it's my skin, whether it's the application. I've tried controlling different variables to see which one has the biggest impact on making it look good versus not good, but it's inconsistent with me here. So I will try and do more of a full review if you'd like to see that on this, because it's not the, if I'm starting out in the morning and I know I want to look good, I don't typically pick up this foundation right now. So I think I still have to play with it a little bit more. But this jar is actually empty. Okay, staying on the makeup here, this is the Brow Stylist Define, and it's, I think, by L'Oreal or Maybelline. No, L'Oreal. So just one of those brow pencils here. And this one broke off and kept breaking off, and then there's almost nothing left here, so I've actually taken off because it falls out whenever I use it. I haven't found a drugstore one that's really, really worked well for me. They tend to be too waxy, so then when I go and put them on my brows, they look like crayons going into my brows, or the color match isn't quite right. So I've really gone back to just my Anastasia Brow Wiz, which I kind of hate doing because that is so much more expensive than the drugstore ones, and the accessibility of having to either mail order it or go to a store as opposed to a local drugstore or Walmart, Kmart, or do they have Kmart anymore? Or a Target. But I haven't found the right ones, and I've tried several different ones. So I haven't repurchased this because it really didn't work. I've tried the NYX also. I feel like there's another one that I've also tried. So unfortunately, not repurchasing this one. And to stay in drugstore line again too, by some other recommendations from some videos, I picked up this Maybelline Master Cameo Color Correcting Kit. So it looks like this. I know it's flashing a little bit there, reflection there. And it comes with what, you know, seems to be some real nice kind of correctors and concealers. However, I found that they were just so waxy. And you would put it on, you think, okay, that's getting there. So you'd start blending it in, and then you go to put something over it, and it would get like a funny, it left a weird consistency then. And I could definitely tell, like I'd put them on different areas and then maybe put some foundation, liquid foundation, or if I was just using powder, and it had like, it almost looked like Velcro. I could tell exactly on my skin where these concealers were. So some of the colors seemed like they would have worked nicely, but the consistency when I applied something over them just did not work for me. From a distance, could you notice it? No. But up close, I could see it and I knew it was there. So unfortunately, this was such a nice price point. I liked having a little variety to play with. I don't know how much I was going to use the green, but I thought some of the other ones, I could see using some of those. But it just didn't work for me at all, unfortunately. Another real downer for me, I got this and it's adorable, it's so cute. It's one of the new Urban Decay lip glosses, lipsticks, right? Beautiful color. I think this is an absolute beautiful color. Okay, so really pretty color, I think. It was awful on my lips. I mean, the feeling, I don't want to even put it on right now because it just would dry up my lips. It would look so nice. Like I said, I love the color, but it would just dry my lips up, and then the rest of the day I could not get them back. And now my lips tend to dry very easily. I can't really wear liquid lipsticks, and I can't even wear some of my old MAC lipsticks because they're just too drying on my lips, especially with traveling a lot. I feel like that has a big impact as well too. But unfortunately, I love the color, and I think this was so cute. It was like a deluxe sample that I got, and I mean, this color is just really pretty. But I can't wear it. I absolutely cannot wear this. So unfortunate for that. All right, and my final product, and this is kind of a weird one, but I thought, hey, I want to make a recommendation. I mean, to me, it's a favorite, and it was from my trash. And it's from contact lenses. I don't know how many of you wear contact lenses, and I'm always in pursuit of the contact lens that feels the best, that can last all day long, plus helps correct my vision. I'm into right now wearing more of a monovision, so I'm really just wearing a contact lens on one of my eyes, and it's just to correct for distance. So my distance is not great, but this keeps me also being able to see up close really pretty well. So anyway, I was always looking for comfort and also the clarity, and I had been switched into this lens just because my optometrist had heard that it was really working well for some people. And I go through an entire day and forget I even have my lens in, which is good and bad. There's many times at the end of the night I'm like, did I take my contact out? Because I can't tell, because I can't feel it. So anyway, the brand is the Dailies Total. So it's the Alcon Dailies Total. So it looks like this. This is a 90-pack box. But I don't know. It's really, they're very, very, very comfortable. And the prescription that I have in this brand, even though it's the same prescription and one of my other ones, like the AccuView Daily ones, I feel like this one's clearer than that one for some reason. And it's just so comfortable. So, and that wraps up my trash. If you haven't already subscribed to me before, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, just because I'm not on a real regular schedule for when I'm uploading videos. In this way, at least you'll know they'll be there waiting for you. And of course, if you like watching these empty videos, as I do myself, then go ahead and give it a thumbs up, because I really appreciate that as well too. So I hope that some of this was helpful or fun. Like I said, I always like listening and watching these type of videos because I do learn a lot from what other people have used for a duration. So it's not just that one time try on and sample, but people really have used at least enough to know whether they like it or not. And you kind of get that little mini review. I mean, it's usually kind of an odd assortment that you typically wouldn't just see a review just on a type of hand cream, but it might be relevant to something that you might be considering purchasing, or when you're at a store the next time that you see something and like, oh, I do remember that as being something that was recommended or not. So I appreciate these. I hope that this has all been helpful for you all. And again, it's fun to be back and to be kind of talking with all of you again, and I hope that this has been fun for you as well too. I will try and keep getting videos up as much as I can. I'm actually going to, right after this one, review one other quick foundation review, so I'll have that up in hopefully not that far after I get this one uploaded. So thanks again everyone, and keep the comments coming and keep the communication coming. I really appreciate all your feedback. Let me know some other things that you would like. I do have on my agenda to do some travel type, you know, how I pack my beauty travel bag, some other tips that I've learned, some other foundation reviews I found. I just love foundation. I love trying out foundation. So I will keep those up on the blotter and hopefully coming out there soon. But until next time, I hope that everyone's having some great times and just catching those really great times in your life too, to be able to savor those too. So thanks everyone. Bye.